Welcome back, guys, to Replay Thursday, episode 8. We have game 2, submitted. Oh god, I missed my intro because acid reflux or something. We have a submitted replay by Gundam RS on Reddit. It actually got 9 upvotes. Damn! Damn internet karma points. Anyway, hello, Desrow, PVT, 23 minutes, low master, proxy, stargate, and 2 oracles, and Terran went for mine drops. Problems. I feel that perhaps I went for the third too fast instead of getting more units. Questions. Just pointers about the timing would be great. Any feedback would be great. Though, I guess he meant 2, but then he was too excited. Not a big fan of oracles, not a big fan of proxy stuff. But we're gonna give it a chance. Yeah, if this would be like a replay Thursday, like if you'd be one of my teammates and you'd be sending me this replay, I'd say you're crazy, what are you doing? But since this is a replay Thursday, I'm gonna try to give my best to give you feedback. I'm not a big fan of Oracle because of how high risk reward they are. Although versus Terran, if you put it on hold position, like let's say they have a turret here and you put it on hold position here, you can kill like 3-4 SCVs before the Marines come, so it's not so bad. Oh yeah, buddy, that's no. Like proxy would be good here. Like if he's gonna fly with medevacs, or yeah, he's gonna fly with medevac or a banshee, you're in his way. So already your proxy is not in a position that I like. But let's see how it turns out. So you make a mothership core. Yeah, like I really don't like the positioning of your proxy because you're not going straight into his mineral line. Like it's kind of weird. This guy was actually playing one base, and you see like the widow mine, what I was talking about. It's like what if you fly into? Yeah, buddy. Like, alright, let's go back just a little bit. Like, I think you'd be better off making a mothership first and scouting in his base and then confirming a factory and being like, oh, there's risk that there's going to be a widow mine. What am I doing with my life? Instead of, like, just losing that poor stalker. Oh, what? Okay, I understand your strategy. That was kind of cool. I went a bit fast. That was actually really cool. Them low masters starting new metagame trend. Oh, you were so close to activating it. Yeah, now I feel really ashamed. But yeah, that was pretty good actually. You didn't even have to proxy it, man. The oracle's kind of fast. Like you could have made it in your main or something. Looking back on it. But alright, so you did say in your comment that you think you expanded too quickly. I think that's a very fair thing to say because of how far away your third is, unless you took this one. But this map is really hard to defend versus drops. It is very wide. There's a lot to cover with observers and everything. So, but I mean, you set him back, so you had a pretty decent lead. He's still on one base. So you made 2 oracles now. Like I said, you can always park yourself on hold position around the gases. But yeah, so you're making an observer. So you're gonna need at least 3 observers until Yee. That's quite ballsy of him. But then, oh, that was kind of nice. Yeah, like I feel like until you get cannons, you need at least like maybe 2 observers in your base, and then you kind of want a third one checking out what he's doing. Let's see. Oh, Nice. He didn't get to do anything. Oh wow, you stopped focusing the... Oh wow. You like... You weren't consistent at all with how you focused everything. I actually... I would like to go back. Like, I think sometimes it's good to focus the medevac with the cannon. Like, oh, you did kill it! Oh, I'm a silly goose. Yeah, it was pretty good. Let's look at the unit loss tab. So far you lost... So yeah, so far you're quite ahead. Like I said, this positioning, man, like here, didn't even need to be proxied. But then again, I guess if he kind of scouts you, you don't want him to know. But like here would have been perfect, here would have been perfect. So yeah, you're going Colossus with no upgrades. That's like, I've been doing like Forged Twilight, Blink, Armor, Cannon in the middle line, Robo Bay. And I think it's much easier to defend drops. Like, the thing with Colossus is it helps versus AoE, but like, I don't know, you're not gaining anything from having those Colossus early on, while if you go for Stalkers, Armor, and Twilight, you can defend quite easily. And I feel like with the mother, like, yeah, I haven't had any problem. Like usually like in Wings, I would always say like, AoE before 10 minutes, AoE before 10 minutes. But I feel like now that people are mixing in a lot more Widow Mines and stuff like that, their Bio Balls is not that scary. Like, it's not deadly to the point where like, I didn't have AoE. So I'm not exactly sure when I do get my Colossus actually and my gains. But it is around like 10:30, 11 minutes. But I already have Blink, I already have Armor, and I'm getting Charge and +1. And now I'm getting a Colossus. So like, my Colossus doesn't come out that late. Of course, if we look at the timer, it's kind of weird the way he played and the way you played, and because it wasn't that quick of an expand. But I'd much rather you having like Twilight and Forge than really quick Colossus. That Nexus is heavily misplaced. It seemed to me like after the Widow Mine drop, like your ex-girlfriend came in your room and stabbed you in the eye, and then you had to play with the eye patch, so your perception was really bad. Like, usually I think the Nexus lines up with the rocks. And alright, moving on. So let's look at your hotkeys. That's a thing I haven't looked at. I don't like having the Mothership Core hotkey because you can't force field right away. You have to tab. So I think like hotkeying the Mothership Core, it's on 8, so I like that. Just like right clicking on a Colossus, because if your Mothership Core is hotkeyed with your main control group, you E-move, and since it has 5 range, it just goes in front and be like, I want to attack, and then it's so fragile that the other guy's like, alright, a little bit of right click, alright, peace, and then your Mothership Core dies really easily. So I mean, it's all about force fields really. Like, you could have grabbed that third, although it's really ballsy, but I don't know, I guess, yeah, like, you're gonna, like, yeah, you lost a lot right there, and the third being misplaced makes me sad. You kill a lot of Marines. You could have wiped this out with your Oracles, by the way. That guy just loved this medevacs. Oh. But, oh, now you use the Oracle. Okay. So yeah, that's the thing. Like, you took a third, and you didn't have Blink, you didn't have Templar. Like, I'm not asking you to have Templar and Blink, but at least having Blink before taking a third make things more manageable. And the advantage of my build, and I guess I'll have to make a guide to help people. I think that's gonna be my guide for next week. But also the advantage of going Blink in Forge with my build is that you'll have at least 3 observers. Let's look at you. You have 2 observers. Where are they? So you have an observer here. Alright, that's convenient if he attacks your front. You could have a probe there, a Zod there, would be much better. You could have the tower there and you'd almost see. And then you have an observer there, which is not really useful. Like, you won't see drops coming. So, like, I feel on this map, like, you need, like, insane pylon positioning. So you want, like, an observer here. And maybe you want the watchtower, at least. Then maybe an observer here. So that, like, that way you have this covered. Like, this, that's covered. So let's say if he drops, like that, then it's a dark spot for you. And he has to be, like it's fucking James Bond and I forgot the name, the guy from Mission Impossible, like combined they did a fusion dance like Dragon Ball Z style. So yeah, like you have to cover more your minimap because that drop kind of hurt you. Your third is exposed. Where are the observers, and you can't really cover everything too. So you're making a second Templar, guys. But yeah, it's just to explain, like, oh, and it's misplaced again. Yeah, your ex-girlfriend is evil for stabbing you during a game of StarCraft 2. But yeah, like, you look at the unit loss tab, it went back even. It went back even. But, did you get Storm? So you got Storm. Yeah. Wait, he's got no economy. What the fuck? Oh, you went and destroyed it all with the oracles? Alright, that's really nice. I missed that. But yeah, like, I mean, at this point, if, like, the moment you have, you don't, like, I wouldn't even make my first Templars for my army. I'd go one Templar here, one Templar here. Because you don't really need a Templar here. Because that's like the center of your base. Like, that's the least likely place he's gonna attack. So, but yeah, he didn't do so much damage. Like, you're super ahead. I don't know if you win this. Usually people submit losses, but looking at the food count, if you lose this, it's gonna be quite dramatic. You didn't fill the gas back up. You didn't clear clearing the rocks. I feel like you have no pylons on the map. I really like setting up flanks, storm flanks, with few Zots. Because if you don't set up Templar's Zot flank, if you get your Templars EMP'd and then he kills your Colossus, then you have literally no AoE. And 5 Stalkers is not enough, like, and you have 3 there. 5 Stalkers is not enough to protect your Vikings, or to protect your Colossus from the Vikings. Oh! Did I speak too soon? Alright, I like you. I like you, goddamn. But I feel like on a big map like this, on a big map, I'm hungry, but on a big map like Whirlwind, you want like at least one Zod patrolling those bases. Well, not this one, but like this bases. So like patrol. Sure, that's for food, but ta-da! You would see this. And then if he does take a base like this and it's a PF, just park 1, 2, 3 Stalkers there. If he starts defending that with drops, leave a Templar hidden and then run with the Stalkers, and then when he comes close enough, bam, storm him. But yeah, like right now the thing is you maxed out on so many Zots that, well, this guy doesn't have any ghosts. You're gonna win. I can't believe you sent a win, but no, it's okay. No one wants to lose, but this many Zealots shouldn't win. Like, that guy should have ghosts, and those ghosts should EMP your Zealots, and your Zealots should melt very easily. But it's not the case, and you end up winning. So I'm kind of disappointed. I'll forgive you. I forgive you, just know that. we learned toss. We learned that your first Templar should be the ones defending unless he's pushing and your life is on the line. We learned that we want patrolling Zots. We learned that early Colossus are not that so useful. At least very early Colossus. Because I mean the days where they'll do like bio without medevac pressure is almost gone. It's a 2 force field ramp. It's like Oana, right? So it's not so hard to live if they're being super aggressive. If we talk about a map that's 3 force field wide, or that has like Planet S would be actually a good map for Terran to go. No medevacs, bio pressure. And if you go for, actually that's how I lost in the clan war. I went for the slaughter. Look, dude. We need a coroner over here. He needs to do an evaluation of what happened. But yeah, thank you a lot, Gundam. But yeah, I actually lost in the clan war because I went Blink Forge, and then he did that on Planet S. And Planet S, there's no ramp at your natural. So, but yeah, thanks a lot, Gundam, for submitting this replay. Hopefully, all of you learned a few things, and hopefully some of you enjoyed it. So that was game 2. We'll be back with game 3 in just a bit.